I am joined on Drummers Review by Luigi Paraventi. Yeah, how are you?
Yeah. Hello, everyone. My name is Luigi Paraventi. I'm so happy to be here today on the Drummers Review with Ollie.
Oh, look at that. He is absolutely well rehearsed. He's well rehearsed. I'll give you the £10 later. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Luigi, thank you. Thank you so much for coming on Drummers Review. Firstly, you have grown such an enormous following on social media. Who is the most famous person that currently follows you just through finding you
Oh,
through your
really?
drums?
Man, that's awesome. The social media had just I just connected with a lot of drummers who inspired a lot myself. And I think the most famous one, that's a crazy question. Maybe Eloy Casagrande
I
from
was going to
Slipknot,
say,
maybe. Yeah,
that's a
maybe
good
him.
shout. But did
Yeah,
it
man.
make you nervous when you saw Eloy Casagrande following you? Did you think, oh
Man,
my God?
that's a crazy story because this happened when I was like around 15 years old and I had my electronic drum kit at home at this studio, it used to be here.
Yeah.
And I was like covering his songs from the album Quadra from Sepultura, the last one that he recorded the
Yes.
drums. And I did the first drum cover for like four of the songs. And I used to post on my Instagram like on the or when Instagram like used to be on the horizontal, like not vertical. And he just saw all the videos and started to share them on his social media, started to follow me, started to talk with me. And I just, what? Eloy, that's crazy, man. So that just changed my whole life. And he became like a great friend of mine
Wow.
and like a mentor, like just a master in my life. So I'm really really appreciate his kindness with me. So that's
Yeah.
awesome. So Eloy is a great man, a great master, and
Ah,
that's awesome.
that's amazing that you've built up that friendship with him. When did you realize, Luigi, that drumming was becoming a full-time gig for you? When did you notice that perhaps, okay, my social media is building up, I'm getting a lot more gigs, I'm spending a lot more time in the studio writing, recording, rehearsing, playing live? When did that kind of start to happen for you?
That's a great question because like nowadays I am 20 years old, so I was born in 2005. So my
That has made
I
me feel so old, by the
no,
way.
man, no,
You were born
don't
in
feel like that,
2000.
though, please.
I was 15.
Don't
Oh
feel
my
like
God.
don't feel like that. You are so young, man, for
Oh,
sure. But the point
Luigi,
is,
you
like,
flirt.
I am really young, so
You
it's
are.
like it's something that I'm really discovering yet, like how to, let's say, organize myself, my time. So, but everything happened so fast in my life. I need to agree with that. And when I was like 16 years old, 17 years old, I was graduating in the high school. I am on college now. Uh, so and I was like, okay, what I'm going to do at college, what I should choose to study, and music just like was something that like was coming natural. I was able to gig all the weekends, and I was already doing my videos for Instagram, so everything was so natural. I was able to choose the gigs, to tour a lot. I was traveling a lot with Brazilian artists, playing big festivals. And I just, man, I can live doing what I love. I can just play drums. I can just be a performer, be a session drummer, because I'm being able to do that. So it was very natural.
Hmm.
The endorsement stuff, like everything was so on the time, and I
Yes.
was practicing a lot, and just happened. It just crazy. It's crazy, but nowadays I'm trying yet to fit on my time, on my routine, everything like on Monday to Friday, I need to do like practice this time from this time. I need to record something from this time to this time. So I think when I was leaving school, answering your question like directly, when I was leaving school to college was the moment that I just realized, yes, I can live doing what I love,
Mm.
that is playing drums. So that was awesome.
You're so lucky because I mean, not lucky. You've worked incredibly hard to build up your social media following, to network, to meet the right people, get the right gigs. But
Yes.
for at 20 years old to have the endorsements that you've got, the connections that you've got, the fact that your job is drumming full time at 20 years old, that's, some people would be in awe of that who'd maybe been trying for a lot longer than you to get noticed.
Yes.
What would your advice, Luigi, be for aspiring drummers of any age or any ability, that would love their career to progress in the same way yours has? I mean, it has happened unusually fast for you, though.
Oh yeah. I think that the most important thing is being authentic, like you should be authentic in your drumming, in your person, like in your when you are talking with someone in a professional situation. You need to be authentic, you need to be professional. So for example, if you are going to record something, try to be yourself, record your ideas, because people will remember you from that, so you will grow your style, your name, your playing, and that's the most important and the most beautiful thing, in my opinion. So I think that this is the right the correct advice that I would give to myself, to like the younger Luigi, like always try to be yourself all the time, because it's the most important, because people will love to know you, no, they don't need to know a copy of anyone. They don't need to know you.
That's yes, that is amazing, and authenticity is something that a lot of drummers are really shouting about at the moment. Be yourself. Don't try to be anyone else. Take your influences from five, six, seven drummers, but use that to kind of build yourself as a drummer.
Yes.
You're getting really, really well known in the world of drums, and you have been accepted with kind of open arms into the international. That's all right. I'll start that one
Something
again.
happened here.
That's all right. You've been taken under the wing of the drumming community, internationally. What is it about the drumming community that you think is so important, and why is the drumming community so special?
Man, this is crazy, because I did my first international tour recently, like last month. I played with Kiko Loureiro in Colombia, and I played with another artist in Latin America. And last week I was playing Portugal with a Brazilian singer. So, and I had the opportunity of talking with another drummers from other countries, and I
Yes.
talk a lot of it, because that's crazy, because there's something that everyone is trying to learn with everyone. There's like a great energy, a great vibe, a great, like I can learn with the drummer that is playing before me, and I can watch the drummer that is playing after me, and I can learn
Yes.
with him. So it's like let's say, a community. Yeah, everyone is trying to do your journey. Everyone's trying to do your best, and everyone is learning with everyone. Like I said, dude, like Eloy was very receptive with me, and that was awesome. And he's like a legend, And I just a kid. Yeah, not a kid anymore, but I was just a kid. So I think the special thing is that everyone is trying to walk with everyone. Like everyone's trying to go with everyone. Like no one is
Mm,
alone. The
yeah.
drumming community is made of a lot of possibilities, a lot of perspectives, a lot of styles, drumming styles, a lot of voices, and that's the most beautiful thing, in my opinion. So I think this versatility, that's how I say it. I think of styles and germs, that's a thing, I think.
I love that. And it's so true. And, I've said this elsewhere, but I think it comes from also the drums being quite a tribal instrument. It's a instrument that's best used in a lot of circumstances as a group.
Yes.
And that group can either
Yes.
be, as you say, one drummer on stage while the other three drummers are watching and they're taking it in turns. And, it's a group
Yes.
setting. And you're absolutely right. I want to ask you something that I want to get to like I want to ask you something where I can get to know you a bit better. Tell me
For
one
sure.
artist. Tell me one artist on your Spotify or your Apple Music that you're listening to that might really surprise people. What is a Luigi
Oh,
guilty pleasure? Are we talking something like Chicago or Phantom of the Opera, or like what are you listening to that might really surprise people?
that's crazy, because that's something that I say a lot, that I love every style, every kind of music, like from pop, from funky, from rock, from metal. But there is something that is very curious, that I really love pop music, and some artists that people from the heavy metal community just don't like at all. But I really like, for example, Coldplay. I love Coldplay,
Oh,
man.
really?
I
Okay.
love Coldplay, and like it's something that a lot of people ask. Why do you like Coldplay, man? I love Coldplay. The vibe, the songs.
Yeah.
I really like the compositions. It's awesome, man.
Yes.
I enjoy a lot. But there's something like I really like Taylor Swift as well. I think she has great compositions.
Okay.
But of course there are a lot of styles that I listen a lot and that would surprise. Like I love Tigran Hamasyan. The piano player, and he's one of the best composers of all time in my opinion. And he's in it, and he's a guy here in Brazil that is not very known yet. So it's crazy because a lot of people that I talk with and talk about Tigran and they say, "Who is Tigran, man?
Yeah.
What is this?" So it's very surprising for a lot of people at all.
It's amazing. Well, again, it's interesting because your successes come from, as you said earlier, kind of like your versatility. Yes, you're influenced by rock and metal and the prog rock stuff, but also you're listening to Taylor Swift and Coldplay. So that's only going to build you up as a musician.
Yeah, for
I think
sure.
for people to say, "Oh, I don't listen to them," or "Don't listen to them,"
Yeah, man.
that's fair enough. But if you can open your mind up to what is the work that's gone on behind those compositions, then it's going to make you a more versatile player. And
For
one
sure, for
one
sure.
one thing that's
And I,
become
and I would
go on,
like to
sorry.
say, no, no problem. Just to complete, like listening to all kind of music will turn you like with more perspectives, with more ideas, like more ways of taking. For example, you are playing a song, so if you have like different styles in your mind, you have like different kinds of inspiration in your mind. You will be able to do more creative stuff.
Mm,
Not just the let's say the most basic version of the heavy metal pattern. You can like expand your mind and do it different ways. So that's the crazy part, and I like it a lot.
for sure. One thing that's become really, really big now in drumming is playing along to click tracks. We maybe didn't have them as much sort of 15, 20 years ago, but here we are. Most bands on most levels are either playing along to backing tracks or using click tracks. And I wanted to ask you, for you to settle this, do you think that a click track is a loyal friend, or do you think it is a joy-killing tyrant?
Man, that's crazy. And the most of the time I play with click tracks as well.
Mhm.
For example, at recordings. But Luigi, I am a guy that really likes to explore the humanity, the human part of playing. So like there are a lot of times that I play with my heavy metal bands or my any kind of band, and I try to say to the guys, let's just turn off the click, let's just play it, the human part. Let's see what happens. Maybe we can record it without a click. Let's see what happens. There are a lot of music that I like Sepultura, a lot of tracks that they were recorded without a click, and that's so human. That's so truly, that's so visceral. Yeah. So why not? Clicks, they will try to guide you as the in the most perspective way. Like the click is here, follow me, and that's awesome. That's okay. But sometimes you need to explore the other part, I think.
Mm,
And I try like it's like it's the same discussion that I have with drum editing. Like you can edit all the notes, turn it perfect, like the 16th notes perfect, but I don't like it. I like to play it the most natural way, like just live
mhm,
natural, you know.
mhm.
And it's very similar to the of with the discussion about the click tracks. So we can
Yes.
play with the click tracks, but sometimes we need to explore the other part. I think this way.
Mhm. I completely agree. What's next on the horizon for you? Because I know you're a very busy boy, Luigi. So what is next? What's happening next for you in the future that people can look out for?
That's so awesome, man, because I have a lot of things that are coming up and I'm super excited about it because I am doing a lot of clinics here in Brazil. I love doing drum clinics. It's something that I really love, and I hope to be able to do it international in the future. And I'm planning a drum clinic tour in Brazil on the next few months, and I'm going to be playing on the all the cities, all the main cities from Brazil: São Paulo, Rio de Janeiro, Curitiba, Belém, and of course there are some releases that I'm planning from my own projects. That's something that I really happy to be bringing to the world now because I'm a big fan of instrumental music, and I have my own instrumental project called Trotamundo. That it's my own compositions with my great friend and guitar player Eduardo Destri. We are working so hard to bring a great record to the all the streaming platforms. And I'm playing on a tour with a Brazilian singer called Carol Biazin. And we are have a Brazilian tour. We were in Portugal last week, and now we are starting the Brazilian leg, and we are going to play in all the cities. And I'm playing with another band called Odeon. It's a big band here from Brazil, so we do a lot of stuff here, and we have a new album coming up. So that's my first album recording with these guys because they already have a story like before me join the band. So we're going to record all the drums for the new album. So I'm super excited about it. And for sure, man, that's the crazy part because being a musician is like, how can I say it? It's like you don't know you cannot be like 100% sure about your future, you know. There are a lot of things that happen and we do not expect, you know, like
Mm.
playing with Kiko Loureiro was something that I was not expecting like 3 years ago. And that opportunity just opened a lot of opportunities to me, you know, with all the endorsements of all the clinics. So you know that's it. I don't that's those are some things that I really have planned and already set for this next month.
Amazing.
But there are a lot of stuff that are coming up and I don't know yet. So I need to just have patience and let's see what happens in the future. I hope to get a new opportunities playing and being and showing to the world who I am, trying to show my art, my perspectives as a drummer. And I'm super excited about it, man. I'm really excited.
Amazing. Well, you never know. Maybe one day in the future we'll have you over at the UK Drum Show or the Europe Drum Show. Who knows? Who knows?
It would be a
Um,
big dream for me, man. Such an honor, man. Such an
I'll,
honor.
I'll put in a word. Luigi Paraventi, thank you so much for coming on Drummers Review. It's been an absolute pleasure. I wish you nothing but happiness for your future. Best of luck with your recordings, which are on the horizon, and we'll speak to you very soon.
Thank you so much. I would like to thank as well all the endorsements and the brands who support my job. Always Evans and Promark from Brazil, Pearl Drums and Pi Cymbals because they are awesome with me and they always support to bring my work and my sonority as good as possible to the world. So thank you so much for all of that, and thank you so much, Charlie, for the opportunity. It's such an honor to be here. A lot of drummers who inspire me and are heroes for me have participated here before. So man, thank you so much. I just watched the Thomas Lang interview and that was awesome for me. So thanks so
Oh,
much.
he's an absolute pleasure. I'm glad you're enjoying what we're doing, man, and we'll see you very soon.
I hope to see you in person someday as well. Thank you so much for that.